Hello, it's day 254, and I want to talk about attractive fat people. Who comes to mind when I say that? I can think of a few like musicians and actors and actresses, people who still command pretty privilege despite being fat. And I do say despite because, let's face it, fatness is not considered beautiful in our society. When I was a little girl, I never looked up to fat role models. I never found like fat women that compelling. I never looked at them and was like, oh my gosh, that's who I could be when I grow up. Because I was taught that being fat was disgusting. It was something you needed to fix. And that eventually, someday, I would hit puberty and all of the baby fat would melt off and I would magically become the beautiful swan. And if it didn't happen at puberty, that's okay. It will definitely happen in your young adulthood. You will become skinny at some point, so just wait for that. Just put your life on hold because eventually you will be conventionally attractive. Now, naturally, that didn't happen. And as a result, I ended up feeling very detached from my body for a very long time. Like, this never really felt like me, if that makes sense. Not until I started going to the gym, in fact. Running, lifting weights, I don't do that as much as I probably need to, but just exercise in general has made me feel connected to my body for the first time. And thanks to that, I felt a little bit more comfortable branching out and actually looking for fat role models, which is hilarious because I'm an old lady, as we know, so looking for role models is a little bit funny, but I do feel like I'm a little bit stunted in that area. I'm a little bit immature when it comes to who I look up to and like who I use as like a fashion template almost. Like, I don't have any fashion sense. My makeup skills are non-existent, but I'm starting to find like women on YouTube, like out in the world who, like they're hot, they're pretty, they're strong and they're gorgeous, and more importantly, their whole identity isn't fat woman. That is what drives me insane. This idea that you're boiled down constantly to just being the fat one, the fat person in the friend group, the typecast fat actress woman. Like, I hate that because that's how I felt my whole life. I don't want to interact with that. I just want to watch, somebody go through like all of the dresses they bought, that just happens to be plus size. I want to see that gorgeous beauty influencer, that YouTuber who's putting on, bam, the full glam makeup, and also she's fat, but it's not like a big deal. That's what I want. And when I think of attractive fat people, a lot of times I just think attractive person first. And that's something that I never would have been able to do before I started going on this health journey myself. Like, the idea that you can put the fatness on the back burner the same way you might put like other like preconceived flaws, like, oh, my eyelashes aren't long enough, my teeth are a little bit crooked, my nostrils are too far apart, that sort of thing. You can categorize, oh, I'm also fat, in that same like negligible, like barely something you even think about. Like, only you think about it and nobody else is paying attention to your nostril width, right? So I guess the takeaway for today is I'm not as disgusted by fat as I used to be. I used to be a little bit fat phobic when it came to beauty standards. And it's exciting to think that I might be able to treat myself nicely, like maybe even dress up every now and then without feeling like, I'm just polishing the pig for the like country fair. Okay. All right. Well, that is today, and I'll be back tomorrow, a few more tomorrows at least, because we're getting kind of close to the end of the year. Not really, but pretty soon. So look forward to some more weird hot takes tomorrow.